Ever wonder what separates a good creative company from a great one? A lot of the time, it really comes down to the story they tell. It's not just about what they do, but why they do it. Today, we're going to deconstruct brand identity, and we're using the architectural firm CJD Architects and Partners as our case study. We're going to break their brand down into three essential parts: the why, the how, and the what. So let's start with their core vision, the heart of it all.
See, everything a strong brand does really starts with a sentence just like this one. It's their North Star. And notice, it's not about just building houses. It's about designing homes. Spaces that are timeless, innovative, and super personal. This vision right here, that's the why that fuels absolutely everything else they do.
Okay, so let's dig into that why a little deeper. Any really powerful brand story kicks off with a clear purpose, a vision that goes way beyond the product itself. For CJD, it's what they call a vision for living.
And here's where it gets really interesting. They break down that big, grand vision into principles you can actually grasp. They don't just promise you a nice home, they define what they do through three pillars: beauty, comfort, and sustainability. This is how they build a bridge from, an abstract idea to creating spaces that have both luxury and real meaning.
First up, we've got beauty. This is their aesthetic promise. It's a commitment to creating spaces that are just visually stunning and architecturally really sophisticated. You could say it's the art in their architecture. Next is comfort, and this is where that beautiful art meets real everyday life. A space can be gorgeous, but if it doesn't actually work for the client's lifestyle, what's the point? Comfort is all about tailoring every single design to be practical, intuitive, and just genuinely a joy to live in. And the final piece of their why is sustainability. This is what really elevates their work from just building for today to creating environments that are meant to last. It's a promise of quality, of longevity, and responsible design that actually builds value over time.
So we get the vision, but how do they actually make it happen? How do they bring it to life? Well, that brings us to the how, and this part is all about the people and the process behind the brand.
Right at the heart of the firm is its origin story. It was founded by a husband and wife team, and it's built on a shared passion. That tells you right away it's more than just a business, it's a personal mission. And that adds this really powerful layer of commitment and shared values to all their work. And here's their process, laid out in three super clear steps. It all starts with a non-negotiable commitment to design excellence. Then, and this is so critical, client collaboration. See, they don't design for clients, they design with them. And it all leads to this: shaping enduring environments, which, if you think about it, perfectly links their process right back to their core vision of sustainability.
All right, we've seen the why and the how. Now it's time for the proof, the what. This is where the story gets tangible, where you can measure it in years, square meters, and completed projects.
8 years. They have 8 years of history. In an industry where firms can pop up and disappear, that kind of longevity, it signifies stability and a really deep well of experience. It's proof that they're built to last.
Okay, now get a load of this number. They've developed over 5 million square meters. To give you some perspective, that's like more than 930 football fields. A number like that just speaks volumes about the sheer scale of their impact and the trust that so many clients have placed in them.
40 completed projects. Every single one of those represents a vision brought to life, a client partnership that worked, and a tangible piece of their story that's now built into the world.
This simple timeline kind of puts their journey into perspective, right? 8 years in the making, and the last 5 have been about solidifying their success as a formal partnership. It just shows a story of growth and really deliberate evolution.
And just look at the range of their work. We're talking everything from private homes to huge commercial developments, even leisure resorts. This kind of diversity isn't just impressive. It proves that their design philosophy is versatile enough and adaptable enough to solve pretty much any challenge you throw at it.
But at the end of the day, the most powerful proof of any brand's success isn't what they say about themselves. It's what their clients say about them. So let's check out the final verdict.
Notice the focus on the process here. Carlos is highlighting their attention to detail and their responsiveness. This shows that their promise of client collaboration isn't just some marketing slogan. It's what their clients actually experience.
Andrea's feedback, wow, it perfectly captures that balance between their core pillars. Aesthetic vision gets right to the beauty part, while functional requirements is all about comfort. They don't sacrifice one for the other, they masterfully weave them together.
And finally, Martin's testimonial brings in those critical elements of professionalism, timelines, and budgets. This shows that all their amazing creativity is grounded in real-world execution, which makes them not just great designers, but really reliable partners.
So when you put it all together, you see this complete, really compelling brand story. It starts with an inspiring why, that's the vision. It's executed through a collaborative how, that's the process. And it's all proven by a tangible what, the results, which are ultimately validated by the voices that matter the most.
Which kind of leaves us with a final question to think about. For any business, really in any creative field, what is it? Is it the initial spark of an idea? Is it the collaborative process? Or is it the final proof that truly brings a vision to life? Something to chew on.